Hey YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to Mini Card Mondays. Mini Card Mondays is when I show how to make a mini Disneybounding greeting card. And if you guys are subscribed to my channel, you might have seen yesterday's video in which it was hosted by my very own mom, Barb. She showed how to make a Disney inspired or Mary Poppins inspired greeting card, and I'll go ahead and show you here. And she gave me the challenge to take all of the products and materials that she used and make it a more Disneybounding inspired card. So she also left a challenge for all of you guys. If you guys are interested in getting this card sent to you, in yesterday's video, all you need to do is like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and also share the video. Leave a comment in this comment section down below saying that you've done all those things, and we'll be sending this your way. So definitely head over to that video at the end of this one. I'll be leaving a link to that at the end of this video. And so this is the card that I came up with that is slightly more Disneybounding. Now the difference between the two is that mine is just a suggestion towards the character versus hers is more kind of putting it in your face a little bit more. Not in a harsh way, of course, but you know, it's more obvious, I would say. So basically my card is using all of the colors that you see in her very first outfit in the introduction portion of the video, of the movie rather. And I've used the same products that she used. I used the umbrella die cut. I've also done a city landscape die cut, which looks a little bit like this, a little scary looking, but it all turns out great. Let me go ahead and show you guys the actual die cuts here. So this is the IO dies from Impressions Obsessions, and this is the American made steel dies. And then I'll also be leaving more details in the description box down below. This is the umbrella die set. Let me turn it sideways just so you can see a better view of it. This is from, let's see, Quickutz, and it's really super cute. We've tried our best to utilize that in our cards. And also we're using some red and blue cardstock. So I'll also be leaving the sizes in the description box down below. So if you're hoping to remake this card, all of that information will be there. So again, I've used the red and blue colors, as well as her yellow measuring tape that she uses to measure the kiddos with. And of course, when she measures herself, it says practically perfect in every way. And then when she measures the kids, it kind of gives a description of their personalities. Now I've made this into a shaker card, and I hope you can see this. Let me actually zoom in a little bit, or you know, put it closer to you. So you can kind of see, sorry that's super fast, but I'm trying to get the glitter to kind of go down. You could see the little city skyscrapers up in there. And I wanted to use the blue. You may be thinking that's a horrible mistake because it's hard to see. But I wanted to do that to represent the night that they all go out on the tops of the buildings. And they hang out with the chimney sweepers, you know, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo, you know, those guys. So that was my idea behind doing a shaker card. And inside are the glass, or is the, sorry, can use grammar, I swear, glass glitter to kind of represent the smoke coming out of the smokestacks. So there you have it. There is your shaker card. Let me go ahead and show you guys how to make this. So we move this aside here. And the very first thing you're going to want to do, since it's Mini Card Mondays, is take your original card size, which is 5.5 by 4. So this is what the original card size looks like. And you're going to cut that down the center, which is approximately 2 3/4. Approximately, because every time I do it, it always seems to be slightly different. So you'll want to cut that down first. Then you'll take your red cardstock and your blue cardstock and you will layer them together. In my measurements, they're about the same as what my mom did in yesterday's video, approximately 1/8 of an inch smaller than each. Each layer is approximately 1/8 of a measurement smaller. Is that how you say that? Anyway. Basically, just want to cut one size down a little bit smaller than the other. There you go. Once you've done that, you're going to be wanting to put down your three-dimensional tape, little 3D tape, and you're just going to make a little frame out of it. Now, I've already pre-cut some for us, so we don't have to take too long doing this. And first, actually, before you do that, you're going to want to lay down part of your skyscraper. And all I did to accomplish that was I literally tear this part off. Just placed it down wherever I wanted it to be, which was approximately there. That's kind of where I had it in the first one as well. And let's go ahead and actually put some glue on the back of that. And you want to make sure you put enough glue to make all of it stay down. Otherwise, the glass glitter is going to get in behind it and make it warp and look really weird and crazy. And we don't want that. So kind of eyeball it there and then eyeball it onto the card itself. Now, obviously, this part is up to your interpretation. However you want to place that, it's up to you. And I'm just going to cut that there. And just tear it off because honestly this part of the card is not going to show, or that part of the skyscraper is not going to show. And then we're going to take our pieces here and just frame the card. So again, it's just slightly under the blue layer, so the size is just slightly under, and we're just going to frame that as best we can like that. And then we are going to take some pieces and put it down inside, and I'm going to assume that my mom is probably screaming at me saying, "Why are you using all of my 3D foam adhesive? I promise, Mom, I'll buy you some more." Yes, we do share most of our products here in our craft room, but some things get a little bit pricey, especially since I use it so often. There you go. So that is your first layer. Easy peasy, right? Now all we're going to do is peel those strips off, like so. And of course, like in all of my shaker cards, I don't know if anyone else uses this stuff, but I use these clear sheets that are what teachers use to, you know, do presentations and things like that. And I'll leave the name of the company that makes these. You can get these from any craft store. I've cut mine down to size. And now we're going to use our glass glitter. Before we put that down, made it a little bit easier to kind of put half of it when I was doing it the first time. This is Art Ingredients, glass glitter, pitch black is the color. Oh, I love this color so much. It's so cool. As you can see, it's very glittery and awesome. And we're just going to sprinkle that inside and just place the plastic over it. You may have to shake that down a bit to make it lay down correctly. All right. Oh, and looks like we have a bit of an overlap, and that's okay. We're just going to pull it back a little bit so you can see even a mistake is, you know, it's fixable. It's all right. We can handle that. And just kind of run that up the side. Hopefully I don't ruin this too much. There we go. Just kind of throw all that excess away. And now we're going to place down our next layer. And the next layer is another piece of your skyscrapers. And go ahead and shake that glitter down so you can see where you want to place it. And I think I want something chunky to kind of hide that blue there. So I think that will do just fine. And again, just kind of peel away, cut away those layers. We don't need those pieces. Go ahead and put those aside. And let's just go ahead and glue this down to the plastic. Oh, sorry, I'm just gluing this behind here. And like that. Just go ahead and turn that around and place that down. Now you may be worried about this bottom part, but I promise you, you won't even notice it at the end. Well, let's hope, right? So just pressing firmly, letting that kind of sit for a few seconds, especially since I put a lot on there. And now we're gonna frame this part as well. So again, I've already had some pre-cut. So we're just going to lay that on top of the previous layer as best you can. You may have some overlapping, and that's okay. I didn't find that to be a problem with my first attempt at the card. And then again, we're going to cut these smaller pieces inside. And you can see I'm just laying that down and taking my scissors right on the inside of this part here. And it cuts almost perfectly. And again, just pushing it up against that side, pushing it down, peeling it away, and cutting right up against here, the side layer, and you have your frame. Now we're going to peel that away as well, and we're going to put down the transparency paper, which is probably going to be a little bit too big, just like the first one, but that is okay. And we're just going to place that down halfway, lift it up, and let's go ahead and do some preemptive strike here and just kind of cut some of this away because we know it's going to be a little bit too big. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, again, that's not going to show. And let's put in some of our black glass glitter, the pitch black. Just a little bit this time. I used a lot in the first one. And just press that down. Da, da, that's awesome. And last but not least, we need to add some frames. Now, if you want to, you can actually add one last piece here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see, one last hoorah. I think that'll be kind of cool looking there, don't you think? Let's do that. So I'm just gonna glue this down on top. Looks like I have a little bit of a plugged up thing here. Here we go. And ta-da! Let's go ahead and place that down. I think that looks pretty good. Don't need this little part peeking through, so let's cut that off. Like so. I don't know about you, but I really like this part of the skyscraper landscape thing, but I also know that that's not really going to show because I did place it over a little bit too far. Let's add some more glue because it's not quite staying all the way. And you can see I'm just kind of wiping away the excess glue because it is going to have a lot. And now we're going to frame the whole thing with these extra red strips of paper that I had from cutting down my borders, or my back layers rather. And we're just going to glue these down. Nice and easy. Just put enough, but not too much because you are putting it on the plastic and it's going to ooze out and go everywhere. So I'm just doing it to the part where I think it's going to reach. Looks like this one actually is going to go all the way, so that's perfect. Yay. Oops. So let me go ahead and just add some glue to the actual plastic there. And again, these are just extra strips. I've tried to cut them down to size. They are a little bit larger, but that's okay because it's going to hide all of our mistakes. And let's just go ahead and glue straight on here. And that will help lay everything down as well. So go ahead and start from the bottom, push it to the top. Try and hold it in place for a few seconds, let it dry. And we're going to move on to the top and bottom piece. Now you don't really need a top piece here because we're going to be putting the umbrella there, but just for, you know, consistency's sake, I'm going to add one anyway. And again, we're just going to make that kind of meet up with that piece there, and then pull this up and cut. And let me go ahead and use these littler scissors. And if you guys are interested in knowing the names of these scissors or whatever I'm not listing, just let me know in the comment section. I'll be able to answer your questions. So I think these scissors, let me see, what are these scissors? These are cutter bees, and this is just the lid for it. Kind of just goes into that, keeps you safe because these are really sharp scissors. And again, we're just going to butt that against the other one and press down, then lift up and cut. And thank goodness we don't have to be perfect on this part because that looks not very good. And again, we're going to be overlapping that, so it's no big deal. So let me put that aside and show you the next step. You're going to want to cut down your umbrella. Now, the umbrella, the top of the umbrella comes separate from the handle of the umbrella. So you're going to want to glue all of it down on a piece of blue cardstock and fussy cut all the way around it so you have this layer. And now we're just going to glue that to the top. Now I want it to be up a little bit high and maybe at an angle. It'd be kind of cute actually. Let's do that. So let's do it at an angle this time. And let's see, let's just go ahead and glue directly on here and a little bit on the umbrella itself. Definitely on the handle. We may have to add more glue in a few seconds, but that will start us out. And I think by doing it at an angle, you might be able to see the landscape a little bit more. And just press down firmly on that. And now we're just going to add our bow. And this bow is going to go on the bottom to hide any imperfection that is on the bottom. And we're going to be using our tacky dot singles. And they come in little squares like this. And we're going to peel away the back. And then just press it firmly against the ribbon, the bow that you've made. And peel that backing away. And just place it anywhere on your card. And there you go, there you have it. There is your mini Disneybounding Mary Poppins greeting card. And again, definitely head back to this card video, which I'll leave the link to right now, and subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, you know, all that good stuff. I hope you guys liked it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!